we start with the devastating news in football, where tributes continue to pour in for former Ghana international and English Premier League star Christian Atsu, who's been found dead under a building where he lived in southern Türkiye following last week's massive earthquakes. The midfielder had been reported missing since the 6th of February following the disaster, which has claimed the lives of tens of thousands of people both in Türkiye and Syria. The death was confirmed by his agents on Saturday, with the Confederation of African Football, the Ghana Football Association, and a host of clubs he played for joining fans from around the world in flooding social media with tributes to the fallen winger. The former Chelsea, Newcastle, Everton and Bournemouth player was plying his trade in the Turkish Super League club Hatayspor at the time of his demise. Well, for more on the Christian Atsu tragedy in Türkiye, we're now joined by our correspondent Nabil Ahmed Rufai, who joins us live from Accra, Ghana. Nabil, what's been the reaction there in Ghana to this devastating news of the passing of one of Africa's football stars?
Well, Mahia, the entire country has been thrown into a state of mourning since the news of the death of Christian Atsu. In fact, you've seen that it's been a roller coaster since the earthquake, and here in Ghana, a lot of people are sad about this final confirmation that Christian Atsu is dead. You know that a lot of people have taken to social media like Facebook and Twitter to share their condolences. In fact, the Ghana Football Association has done that, and this weekend being a time where the Ghana Premier League, there are some matches that have been fixed. In fact, the GFA had ordered that a minute of silence be observed for the memory of Christian Atsu before all matches are played, and that was done throughout the matches that were played today, and we expect that same will be done tomorrow. Ghana's president has also shared his condolences, and in fact, Christian Atsu's death is not just a loss for his family, but the entire nation, and even a lot of Ghanaians who rely on Christian Atsu for their livelihoods. We know that he's been engaged in a lot of charity work. For instance, he's been taking care of some orphans, and also he has some projects that he undertakes in Ghana's prisons. So it's really a big blow to a lot of people all across the country of the death of Christian Atsu, Mahia.
Indeed, a tragic end to this story as we waited with bated breath for any positive news. But Nabil, what happens next now as both Ghana and the African continent await his burial back home?
Indeed, we are learning that his remains will be flown to the country, and usually what is done is that when his body finally comes to Ghana, his family members would have to sit down and then decide on how the funeral rites will be held. It will take a time before they'll come out to disclose to the public what arrangements have been made. But already there's been conversation as to whether Christian Atsu should be given a state funeral, and that was generated discussions at the moment, and there are those who are of the belief that he deserves to get a state funeral. There are others who are saying no, it should be a family affair, and then all those who will be invited should attend. So in the coming days, we'll get to know what the family decides and what the government will also do to support this whole funeral